Hey guys, and welcome back to Monka, where stuff ensues, but today I wanted to talk about a new food because of course I did. And today I get to talk about one that I couldn't find last week but I found this week and I was excited to try it. But today I get to talk about Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts, something I wanted to try last week but I wasn't able to find it at Kroger when I went last week. When I went this week they actually had the Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts, which I'm grateful for. Unfortunately this week, ironically though, I went and they had a full stock of Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts, but they did not have the banana bread Pop-Tarts, which is kind of weird, but I digress. But yeah, like I said, I was able to pick these up at Kroger for $2.99 for this 8-box. So shout out to Kroger again because it's about the end of April at this point, and I still haven't seen these or the banana bread ones absolutely anywhere else besides Kroger. So like I said, shout out to Kroger. But 2 pastries is 370 calories, pretty much the standard for a Pop-Tart, a little higher than the lowest. But the long and the short of my opinion on these Pop-Tarts are that they're interesting. I don't know exactly how I feel about them because they're interesting. And like I said, we'll get into that. But if you want the long and the short and you want to be disappointed up front, well, these don't taste like Apple Jacks, but they do taste like something else, but they do not taste like Apple Jacks, which is kind of disappointing, but nonetheless, that is what it is. But that is what one of the Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts look like. They have a pretty pale standard crust with a white frosting, and then it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it's also got orange and green specks on it, and that is what the inside of an Apple Jacks Pop-Tart looks like. And the orange color is almost off-putting, as you can see. Like, that is a really bright orange color, and it is definitely unnatural, I will say, but nonetheless, that's what it looks like. Now, truly, my opinion on Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts are, like I said, they do not taste like Apple Jacks at all, which is pretty disappointing nonetheless, but I guess it is what it is. The crust tastes like your standard generic Pop-Tart crust. There's nothing really special about it. It's just kind of bland with that sweetness that you're used to from other Pop-Tarts, but it really does nothing crazy. The frosting and filling is where this Pop-Tart starts to get really interesting because it doesn't taste like Apple Jacks, like I said, and really it doesn't taste like apples or a traditional cinnamon, which we'll get into that. But up front, the filling and frosting taste nothing like apples. Now, it does have apple powder listed on the ingredients, but it absolutely tastes nothing like apples. Also, weirdly enough, it has like several corn ingredients listed on the ingredients list, but I digress. What this Pop-Tart frosting and filling tastes like is it tastes like a candied hot cinnamon. Now, that being said, yes, it does taste very artificial, and yes, kind of like the banana bread, I can compare it to a candy because I would say the frosting and filling tastes something like a red hot or a hot tamale. That is what these taste like, except it tastes like that but toned back quite a bit. If you know hot tamales and red hots, they actually are pretty hot. This is more like a warm cinnamon than a hot cinnamon, but it does still have that kind of candied cinnamon flavor to it that you'd expect something like a red hot or a hot tamale. Like I said though, it's just tuned back so it's not like hot, it's more like warm. So you can definitely tell it's like, oh, this is like a warmer cinnamon, but it isn't like burn your mouth hot like a hot tamale. That being said, it sets itself apart from something like brown sugar cinnamon because it's a warm and artificial cinnamon instead of something like a natural tasting cinnamon. That's why I said it's interesting because honestly I don't mind it. It's cool, I guess, and I like hot tamales and red hot, so this tastes decent and good, but it's just not what you expect from a pastry. It's just a really weird flavor to have in pastry form. So to say the least, if you like hot tamales or red hots and you want that in a pastry form and toned back a bit so it's not like hot but it's like warm, then you'd probably enjoy these. If you're looking for a natural type of cinnamon or apple or, you know, any type of flavor of an Apple Jacks, you'll be disappointed because even in the ingredients list there's absolutely no cinnamon, so it is absolutely 100% an artificial cinnamon. But as well, even though the apple is listed in the ingredients list, it does not come through in the flavor. But overall, my opinions on Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts are they're interesting, and like I said, I don't really know if I can recommend it one way or the other. Like I said, if you do like hot tamales or red hots, you'll enjoy these enough because they do taste like them, just toned back so that they're warm and not like hot. It won't burn your mouth. Like I said, it's just kind of like a warm flavor of cinnamon and not like hot. If you're looking for something like a natural cinnamon and a natural apple, then you won't get that. If you're looking for something flavored like Apple Jacks, you will not get that and you'll be disappointed. So overall, these are interesting, but they do miss the mark because they just don't taste like Apple Jacks. But thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you. Stay chill.